Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Coleman and Moose. This is his latest hat that he likes to wear from the US Open. Yeah, we're getting a little bored. Wish I was here at school with you all, but we are going to be doing some really awesome distance learning instead, and I'm excited about it, and I hope you are too. I hope everybody's safe and well. Something really simple, I'm just trying out my new video stand. It's a very simple wooden structure that I can put my phone on, but haven't done one yet. So here's my first attempt. Okay, so I know that you will be getting very soon a scaffold for your structure that's going to be your school day. And you are going to be meeting with asynchronous and synchronous classes, and you'll have some other things that you're expected to do. And it'll be in a weekly schedule, and your teachers will be in touch very, very soon. But one of the things I did note is that some of you may not have a printer at home. And in the event that you do not, I wanted to show you a very simple and easy way to reproduce this daily time blocking scaffold that you're going to be asked to fill out with your information. So you can see here that each day there's going to be your time schedule on the side. It's a new schedule, a little bit similar to the Worcester school breakdown, but different in terms of the increments, okay? This is what's happening at those times. And then there's a column for what you plan to do. And then there's an actual column for what you actually did, because sometimes we don't get to our plans, sometimes we go beyond our plans, sometimes we change our plans. Either way is fine. So if you do not have a printer and you'd like to make one of these on a piece of white unlined paper or even lined paper, I just want to show you a quick and easy way to do that. It's important that you have this in hard copy. You can fill it out online and have it on your computer screen. It is writable, but it's really, we know, much better to make that hand-mind connection, because when we write something, it really is more meaningful for us in terms of building retention and understanding. So this is a very simple scaffold. I just used a piece of paper and I used a ruler. I opted to use the centimeters. If you want to use the inches, I don't have those measurements down, but you can just make an adjustment accordingly. So what I did was I started with a piece of blank white paper. You can use lined paper. I did this for 8.5 by 11, which is a standard size of paper. And what I did was I just kind of looked at all of the different categories, and I made measurements so that they could all fit on the paper with enough room. I used guidelines at the top and the bottom and the left and the right so that I could draw straight lines vertically and horizontally, and I'll show you what I mean. So since I need 4 columns, but they're not all equally dense with text, I divided them up accordingly. So for my 21 centimeters that I had across the top, I chose to make my first mark at the 3, my next mark at the 7, then I went to about the 14, and then 21 plus maybe a little bit of millimeters on the edge is going to be my edge, and I don't need to mark my edge, that's a natural border. And I did the same thing at the bottom, and then I just basically used those guides to try to draw a straight line, connect them. This one got a little wonky, but it should have been a little bit more like that. So that gives you your columns, and then I did the same thing going down all the increments for my rows. And what you will end up with is something very similar to the original, but it can be produced at home if you don't have a printer. And you can fill this in the same way. So the time, you just copy the time down from the column. They're increments and blocks. The schedule means what's happening in that time. So for example, the schedule would be, you would write in here, open, advisory, check-in, student planning, B block, and this is for a Monday only. This will change each day. And then, you will write in what you plan to do and what you actually did. Okay, some things to think about. These are the numbers, if you want to record them or jot them down, that I used to divide things up, and it worked pretty well for me. So I literally put marks at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 11, 14, 15, 18, 19, 22, 4, 6, 7, and the last one was just the edge of the paper. I didn't have to mark this on the end. So mark them left and right, top and bottom, draw your lines. You'll end up with this kind of time blocking scaffold by hand. It took me less than 6 minutes. I know we all have a little extra time these days, so it's not a bad thing to do if you need to make one each day if you don't have a printer. And if you do, just print away. And Moose says goodbye, and we can't wait to see you online soon. Have a beautiful week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.